Hey guys, NHRA 1975. Well, it's October 26, 2020, and I'll just do a short update video. So last time we left off, we were looking for headers. Well, got some headers. It was a real nice birthday present. So these are Flowtech. They're specifically made for this chassis. I didn't want to mess around because there was two listings. There was one not meant and specifically for it, so I bought the one that was specifically meant for it. The alternative was there's a Chinese sort of stainless steel header, and I was concerned that wouldn't fit either. So I just don't want any problems. I want it to fit the first time. So these were meant for the 1-ton chassis slash frame. So I'm assuming some of the other ones may have had problems with fitment. So these came out real nice. They fit nicely, and I sandblasted them and then painted them with a special that ceramic coating high temp paint, and then bake them in an oven. So hopefully they're cured decently in the oven. They will smoke some more once the engine's running, but hopefully that means that I won't have like totally rusty headers within a week. But now the thing is, these headers fit nice up here, but they don't fit nicely under. Okay, so as you can tell, the headers, there's a misalignment there with the pipe. So this piece here is too long, so I'm gonna have to cut it somewhere up here, and then just run some of that cheap sort of flexible exhaust tubing down this way, and back up to here or something like that. I mean, it's not back up to maybe here or something like that. So it's not going to be very pretty, but you know, it'll work for now. I don't really want to spend a lot of money on the exhaust. And the alternative, yeah, you could run some piping from that, the end of the header, and maybe underneath this area, but you know, then the gas tank is here, so it's it wouldn't really work out too well. I kind of like the single stuff just on this one side. I mean, the 2.5 probably is just one 2.5 pipe, like that's 2.5 there. It's probably a little choked down for this right now, but just to get it running, get it working, I'll easily just tack that thing back together, just cut it so I could manipulate the front piece. But eventually I'd like to get a 3-inch exhaust, single, and then that should help. And maybe, you know, either go to a muffler shop and get a new Y pipe if it fits properly, but I just need really something just to get me on the road and get this thing going, be able to start it up and with some kind of exhaust. So yeah, I just cut there and use that flexible piping and connect it back there. Okay, so now we're at the front of the engine. So also I installed these brackets. So these brackets actually don't fit on these ears. They went with a 2-piece aluminum bracket set up in 1990 for TBI and the Vortec engines, which is actually a much better setup. So I ended up going to one of my favorite placer parts, Kenny U-Pull, and luckily they had one of these on a 94 Suburban, I believe, so I was lucky to get those. So real happy with that. These much better bracket, and it's pretty cost effective. It was $17 each for the brackets, so you can't beat that. You know, this is a great time to be building these GMT 400 trucks, because I figure in maybe 5 years, 10 years, you won't hardly go to the yard and see them anymore, just like you don't see square bodies in the yard. So anyways, so I'm just going to harvest as much as I can off these things for now. So anyways, I went with these brackets. It actually came with this piece here, which is a delete for the AC compressor. So I picked that up, which is nice, and that's like, you know, that new is probably like 50, 60 bucks or something. So that was a good value. I'll keep on just the accessory. We'll go around show the rest of the accessory rack stuff. So yeah, I have that goes on the harmonic balancer. There's your water pump pulley, and there's your power steering. And this is an additional power steering bracket. And there is your tensioner, which actually looks decent. It doesn't look like it's screwed up. And this is what that aluminum system replaced. It had this is a one-piece steel bracket, and they only made these for 2 years, 88 and 89. And these crack around here. So mine actually, I sandblasted it, got it sandblasted, and it actually didn't seem to have any cracks. But I think for preventative measures, I'm just gonna, while I'm here, while this stuff's available in the yard, I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna put the two-piece aluminum stuff on. So also as well, I'm going to redo my steering shaft. This is actually a Jeep Cherokee shaft, which has the same sort of system of attachment up here and down there, and it's just a lot better than the original rag joint, which has play in it. So I'm going to replace this at the same time while the whole front end's off. This is a pretty easy thing to install, and the steering will be tighter. So, you know, that's 17 bucks a yard, so it's not that bad. So, yeah, so hopefully maybe this week I can get a water pump, a power steering pump, a belt. I'll see how much a tensioner is. Maybe I'll just replace that one just for, you know, to have peace of mind. And yeah, so I'm hoping to get this part of the truck done maybe this week. We'll see. I'll put some time in and get the Jeep steering shaft in. And yeah, I'm going to have to modify some things, make a little bracket, because the Eldebrock intake manifold here, on the original TBI intake manifold, there's a place where that bolts. So I'm going to have to make a bracket from here to here. So it won't be that bad, just some flat stock, and shouldn't take long. Yeah, but so just keep going along here, and yeah, short update, but just want to show the headers are in, and it's starting to look, the engine's starting to look like, you know, got the accessories on and stuff. Okay, talk to you later.